Alright YouTube, today we're going to be taking a look at the Indianapolis Colts offensive playbook, and we're going to put together a little 5 sets for success offensive scheme here for you guys today. And what I want to take a look at, focus on, is what I'm trying to do with this is make these basically as if I was using them in the Madden 25. So what we're trying to try to do with our audibles here is make it so that every set we go to is a 3 wide receiver package with a tight end. Okay, now we're only going to show you the base play today, but we are going to get into more stuff about this this offensive scheme. This is what I've been running recently, and it's a lot simpler of an offense. It's very easy to run. It's very easy to there's not a ton of hot routing. So basically, that's what we can do with that. Now, real quick, I'm going to go through and give you some audibles here. I like to use the single back, doubles, and the they have a bunch of good concepts in their double single back. But the main play that I want to focus on is Colts under, PA corner post, Z under, and Colts divide. Now I'm pretty sure that one of those 3 plays is a quick audible. We're going to put Colts divide as our main audible because that's the key concept from what I'm trying to get you guys to understand here. I think Colts under is the quick audible, I'm not sure. But also we're going to want to set in the split close, and I like to put the fullback inside there, but I also think that this close HB will is a better overall play. So we're going to use it instead, because I don't think the quick audible from this formation is the HB will. In Kansas City it is, but I don't think Indy has that same quick audible. And then we're going to set from the Indy bunch tight end. We're going to set the Indy bunch as our other audible, and then also from the regular gun bunch. So gun bunch normal. We're going to set. Let's see. I really want to set the slip screen. You could use mesh post if you want, but I like the slip screen because it allows some other stuff, and then we have all of the universal stuff we can do from the gun bunch. And then let's see. We got the wide trips. Wide trail is actually a really good play here. This wide trail, there's some good concepts in their trips formation as well. So I love the way that you can use their trips. If you want to use like the slot spot route, it's really effective against man coverage. But overall, I think the single back bunch is really effective too with the Z spot, all the stuff we've learned out of it recently. But as far as this last audible, it's kind of optional to you. Your base formation is the gun doubles, so just know that. I like this trio actually. The trio is one of the better formations in the game this year, and you can just use something as simple as this inside dig or wide receiver screen or whatever you want to use. I'm going to use the wide receiver screen, but you can use whatever you want. So we have some screen passes. But today, all we're going to be looking at is our gun doubles formation. And I want to present you guys with the reason I love Indianapolis' playbook so much is because it's very simple to run, but it's so effective. So we're taking a look here. And if we go to, we're just going to come out in a sub package, so 236 here. And we're going to look at. We're going to come out in cover 4, but we can call cover 3, cover 2, or 2-man under out of this, or cover 0 blitz. The base play is wide receiver drag. This is one of my favorite plays in the game. And the reason for it here, if we take a look here at 2-man under, what you're going to see is if you focus on Noshawn Marino, you're going to be able to throw that little wheel route to him for a quick 10 yards against man coverage. Now that's the key, is that you can beat man coverage with a very simple route. So we're going to take a look here, and you see the mans, they don't switch off. So like that guy on the drag stays on him instead of them switching. A lot of times they'll switch at this point, but for some reason from the doubles they don't. So you see you got that route there, and you see how much of you got about 3 or 4 steps, so you can get to the outside and get a quick 6-7 yards. every single time against man coverage. There's no way for them to pick that off. So that's a nice first read. And then our second read out of this is the drag route. Now again, zone, the drag route's really going to be our main route to beat zone. And the cool part I love about this play is you have levels concepts all over the field. Let's take a look at, again, this drag route real quick. You can just like passing that up, and you have a man beater in that as well. Because stock drags are a little bit better in my opinion than hot routed drags for whatever reason. So that's what I've been doing. Now if you take a look at Joel Dreesen here, this is our third read. Actually, you know what? No, our third read is actually Eric Decker. So this is actually a snap read. We want to look to see what's going on that side of the field. So whether they're in man or zone. If they're in man, we know that Eric Decker's route is going to be our third read. So what you're going to see here is you're going to pass his route to the inside. You're going to click on. You got to click on there and make a user catch on that. Now all you have to do is just take him to the ball. So no pass lead. Click on and go catch the dude. So that's what you can do there. And we'll show you against man. That was against zone. There's man. So see, that's a pretty decent third read overall. Now our fourth read. Now this is getting me to our fourth read. Now depending on what happens with Eric Decker, this is what's going to depend on our fourth read. But most of the time it's going to be the tight end. You're going to see throw it right before he breaks. And I threw that a little early there, but I'm trying to show the in routes. A smart routed in route is all it is. It is a stock smart routed in route here, and you're gonna see no pass lead at all. And I did it again. I threw it a little early. You have to let him, like, as soon as he starts chopping his feet. So what you'll see is on this in route, he'll chop his feet almost as if he's like trying to shake the dude. And as soon as he chopped his feet, then you throw. And you see there, the worst that can happen is a catch, tackle, and then if you really wanted it to beat man, you could put Dreesen on a smart routed out route. You see, it's the same exact concept. It's just a different side. It's just a different way to look at it. So I mean, it's the same essential concept that we're doing from the in route, but it's a smart routed out route. And you see, smart routed out route going to beat man coverage. Been beating man coverage all year. Very simple. Another thing you could do with the tight end. This is just some options here. Is you could take him and put him on a zig route. Now zig routes are really effective against man. From the tight end position, you see just a nice pass to the right. Very quick read, and it's nice to have those three snap reads at your disposal. But the reason that I like to leave Joel Dreesen on this in route is because against zone coverage, you're going to see he's going to hold the yellow down so we can fit this deep post in behind it. Now, obviously, we don't want to do that against cover 4, but something like a cover 3 or cover 2 or something, when the defense starts really trying to come down on your underneath drag routes and stuff like that, this in route's going to do a really nice job of taking the yellows away from that post route. I'm trying to get you guys an example here. Let me see if I can do one. Let's see if I can get it for the bread here. So, put him on the drag, and wait, and then you got that little position to get the ball to Stokely. So, that's kind of what we're doing with that route. Obviously, the post is our last read, and we could throw that against man or zone almost every time. Against man, it's unbumpable, and you just click on it, like right there, and go make that catch. Now, obviously, you don't want to be reliant on these two routes on the left side, but they are effective. A late read to Decker is pass lead it down into the outside, and you want to click on, and you basically want to go undercut the football so that it works as a little bit more of a rocket catch type of animation. Now, again, another thing that I like to do from a hot routing perspective is put my tight end here on a slant. You see against man coverage, it absolutely roasts man coverage. So, you know, this is stuff that you want to be doing after you've established your base setup. So, like, this is probably setup 2. I'd put him on a slant. Setup 3, I'd put him on a zig. Setup 4, I'd put him on a smart routed out route. They just never know where the tight end's going. And that's pretty cool. You can also drag him. I mean, there's no reason you can't do that. And everything you put your tight end on, it will beat man. You see when you drag him, though, it does cause the man switch. So you don't really want to be doing that. That's why I like zigs over the drags, because the zig, you can throw a 2-window route. You can snap, throw it, or you can throw it late. So like here, snap, throw the zig, and you see it works similar to a drag in the fact that it gets the inside. So just stuff like that you can do with this. Again, you can always streak him and then maybe slant Stokely underneath. There's no reason you can't do that. And you see the passing to the outside streaks this year are very effective against man coverage when you're talking about beating them from a tight end position. So again, it's the same type of concepts that you're creating. The lovely part about this is a 2x2 set. and we can beat man or zone. And this play is so powerful because not just because of what the routes that we get when we start to play, but because of the formation also. And a lot of things, if we just you play mind games, maybe put him on a curl one time, and now he's on a curl. Man, I keep throwing it a little early, but you see now he's on a curl, and when he's on a curl, the cool part is it works just like an in route where they don't switch off, and so you have that little underneath route. So that's the key with the wide receiver drag. That's about all I wanted to do as far as wide receiver drag, is just kind of show you. And then against cover zero blitz is going to be even better because as you see here, your first read is that running back anyways, and you see it's going to get even more separation against cover zero. Zone blitz, your first read is going to be open. So the cool part about having a flat route as your first read is a lot of times you're going to be able to beat some of the tougher stuff. And there you see cover 4 that absolutely sucks it down. You can just put it right over the top there. So a bunch of things you can do from the doubles. You can always motion out Marino. No reason you can't do that. Snap right there, and it's still going to work the same. And then you can just use the wheel route to roast the zone. There's a lot of things you can do with this. I want to open your options up. Now let's go over the quick audibles really quick to show you what we have. We have a quick audible draw. Now again, what you can do with this is just slide your line to the left, run it like an off tackle. If they're running coverage defense, or they're running a dime normal type of defense, or they're undisciplined against this formation, then you can always check down to your draw. Okay, your quick pass audible is something that I don't really run much, but it is these slants, and what you would do with this is you throw to your second slant. So you see Decker, that's the route that's going to be open. The first slant is going to clear space, and the second slant's going to beat everything. It's going to beat man, it's going to beat zone. So what you want to do is pass it to the inside. It's going to beat man and zone. And then again, if you want to take a look at it being pressed, take a look at the right side of the field here. You're going to see that the slant's going to get pressed. We're going to show you how to throw it real quick. And we're just going to clear space with Stokely. So if it's a man coverage, you're just going to pass lead it up right there. So just lob it up right there. Pass lead up, put a little touch on it so that it can get in there. Sorry for any background noise. My brother and sister are in the kitchen. But anyways, that's what we're doing with that. And then real quickly, our deep pass audible is this fade whip. Now you see this fade whip. What we can do with this is automatically what I'm thinking is put the left side receiver on a fade, streak Brandon Stokely, and then leave that right side like it is. Always leave Marino blocking this play. This is your max protection shot play that you're going to be using now. Say they're starting to run more cover 2 style defenses. Cover 2 sink. What we're going to do is we're going to motion step Stokely half a step to the inside, giving him a speed burst. And as you see, passing that to the inside against cover 2 sink, and you're going to roast the crap out of cover 2 sink. Works very similar to 4 verticals. You still have that. The cool part about this is you have a stock fade. So especially if you're on PS3, why this is so valuable is because now you can put both receivers on the outside or on fades, and you have 2 user catch options that are unbumpable. Okay, both fades will be unbumpable on PlayStation 3. If you're on Xbox, the left side will get pressed, but it's still a pretty good route combination, and you just got to get your user skill down. Real quickly, let's go over the play action audible. And there's your now you have a stock fade to the left, so you see kind of how this is working out. I like to put the running back on a delayed blue, but then you see what you can do with this is, you maybe you can just put the running back on an in round or something just to change it up, and then motion snap that fade, and then now you have your 4 verticals, essentially concept there. So that's basically what I've been doing from the gun doubles out of the Indianapolis Colts playbook. This formation can be ran all game. Obviously, you want to mix in some of the other plays, come out in the FL screen, come out in the double sluggos or whatever. But the key to this formation is the wide receiver drag. Make sure you guys are working on this, and we'll be coming out probably next week or so with the next audible, the next slot of the formation. So make sure to stay tuned to that. Make sure to also like the video if you enjoyed this. One other note real quick, make sure to share this video with your Twitter, with your Facebook, with your your accounts, so we can grow the YouTube channel and get a lot more people here to help them out. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.